over the world that join us and share their knowledge, and we go from people that have got years and years of experience and people that have only got months or not even any. So it's a great place to be. We're growing a massive community that's really, really helpful, and enjoy your stay. So today, I'm going to take a quick look at, I want to kind of look at filtration today, see if anybody's used like hang on the back filters and what they think of them. Something I've never used, but I am looking at getting a hang on the back canister filter. Just wondering if anyone's actually used one before. Good evening, Ian. Hope you are well. How's your day been? There has been a few things go on for the channel over the past couple of days. Something I can't really mention at the moment, but yeah, there's a few things in the pipeline. So yeah, it's quite exciting news ahead for the channel. I think things are progressing. Good. You enjoy your evening. Yes, we've got some exciting news coming soon for the channel. It's really, really good. Can't really go into it too much at the moment, but it's yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. Kind of like a partnership coming up in the making at the moment. Hopefully, within the next few weeks, though, this partnership will progress. So yeah, it'll be interesting. I can't really go into it too much. Don't want to put a spanner in the works, if you will. But yeah, I'm quite excited about it. So has anybody used hang on the back filters? It's something I've never used, but I am looking at getting one of those hang on the back canister filters, which should be quite interesting. I was wondering, I want it for my shrimp tank, you see. I like a sponge filter, and the shrimp love a sponge filter, but I just want something a little bit more power, you know. I know, I just wonder if anyone's used a hang on the back canister filter. From what I can gather, they're about the size of a can of Coke, and they're just an ideal little canister filter there for your nano tanks. Kind of saw a review on one, and they're all right. They seem okay. And I think if you put a sponge over the filter inlet, they're all good. They're not going to be anything wrong for the shrimp tank. Good evening, Darcy. How are you today? Thanks for popping in and saying hello. Afternoon, Pete. How are you doing, buddy? Diogo, thank you for joining us. Maya, thank you as well. Jay, how are you doing, buddy? I'm okay, mate. So there's a few more in now. So yeah, we've got a bit of it. I can't really say too much at the moment, but something's happened since Saturday, since coming off stream Saturday and today. Something's kind of happened for the channel, so I can't really go into it too much at the moment. I'm just in the process of kind of, suppose, signing a bit of a deal with the company. So yeah, I'm quite excited. So yeah, there's been a bit of a mad one. So I'll tell you what was a mad one. When I got up on Sunday morning, now all my lights come on and off on their own. Let me just catch up on chat there. Mayo, you're in India. Nice, buddy. We are getting people from all over the world. Mr. IMAX, how are you doing tonight? Hope you are well. Darcy, what do I like doing? Well, I like doing this, to be perfectly honest. I like talking to you guys. hopefully the light's a bit better tonight as well, because I have kind of got a light behind me there, so hopefully that's good. Yeah, Jay, it's gonna be all right. It's only a small thing, but for a small channel, it's a big thing, you know. So it's something that's happened to a mate of mine a few months ago, and I thought I was like way behind that stage, but yeah, so I was kind of like been a bit buzzing this weekend. Rene Decor, thanks for joining us this evening. Yeah, Pete, it's going to be all right. Yeah, it's could be a few unboxing videos and things coming like that. So just a little small company, but it's got to start somewhere, and I'm quite excited about it, to be perfectly honest. I don't know, like I will probably mention them on here. So yeah, Sunday morning I got up, like all my lights come on at they come on at 11 o'clock, but they are really slow coming on. So I get 8 hours of like strong light, and then they kind of die off. Like these are quite low now, and it's mad really, because you don't notice it on the eyes as much, but they are quite low at the moment. So at 8 o'clock they kind of get a sunset up till 10. So they kind of come on at 11 and they go off at 10, but you get 8 hours of light. So if you will, 8 hours of light, proper strong light. The rest, the 3 hours of low light really. So I get up at I wake up if I wake up and that's me done, and I get us up at like 7 o'clock on Sunday morning, I walked in and one of the lights running in the aquarium in the rainbow fish tank. So I was like, what? It turns out I think the light is like on its way out. It's like 3.5, 4 years old. It struggles connecting with the app. And it was like, yeah, so I might have to change the light, but I'm hoping though that this company might be able to sort the light out for it. We'll see. Rene is in Houston, Texas. Nice. Hopefully you wasn't too affected by that tornado a couple of weeks ago, Rene. Hope everything's okay. Catherine Davis, hello from Britain. That is exactly where I am, mate. I'm in Manchester. I'm not quite sure, Jay. It won't. It struggles connecting with the app, and I managed to get it all right, but I'm going to have to look at changing it. But hopefully, I'm not sure what this company actually do aquarium equipment wise. What light do I recommend, Mr. Ice? I have fluval lights, mate, all the way through, and I can't knock them, mate. To be perfectly honest, I can't knock them. I like the fact that you can control it all through the app. I do like fluval lights, but I might be trying some other ones soon. So I only like fluval lights because that's kind of all I use. But we'll see. We'll see what this other brand are like. Catherine, you're in Liverpool, not too far. Not too far. What side of Liverpool, though, are you, Catherine? Are you a blue side or the red side? Are you a Man United fan in Liverpool? So yeah, it's a bit weird, really. Like, kind of like, what the bleeding hell is that light doing on? And I couldn't turn it off. I couldn't turn it off because it wouldn't connect to the app. I had a mind of its own. Oh, red and blue. Oh, I bet Sunday dinner's fun round at your house then, eh? It kind of like, just gonna have to see how it goes, but we will see. So, kind of, has anybody used, right? So I've never used a hang on the back filter. I'll be honest. I kind of like, they scare me that they'll empty a tank and like kind of flood you out. So they do scare me, hang on the back filters, and I've never really looked into them as much because they kind of just scare me. But I know there is like a hang on the back canister filter about there now, so I'm kind of looking into them as well. Has anyone used one? I'm just gonna, because I'm gonna put one on the shrimp tank, I think. Felipe, thank you for joining us from Sweden. Do I have any background on my tanks? You know what, mate? I don't. Well, so this is an Aqua 1 tank, and that's actually black glass, and on the others, I've got some black plastic. So I just use black, mate. I can see why people go for a picture, because they can look good if you've got a decent picture, and if you carry on the picture into your scape, if you will. Does that make sense? You know what I mean? So if you've got a few, yeah, if you've got like there is backscapes kind of like that, which is like trees. So if you've got trees and you bring that scape from the picture, fine. But I like black because it sets the plants off. The green of the plants against the black background is good. On the fluval, it is clear glass. So I tried a few different backgrounds, but that's just black plastic. And I do like it. I prefer it more than white. But yeah, the pictures, I think, for pictures, I think you need to carry on the theme of the picture into your scape. They are popular in America. Are they? What, the different pictures? But do they continue the theme of the picture into the scape though, Rene? Sam, good evening, buddy. Hope you are well. I used to hang on the back of canister filters. What are they like, Rene? Are they good? They hang on the back canisters. I kind of, my mate tested one the other week, and they look. I was like, yeah, they look awesome. I think they'd be really good on my shrimp tank if I'd stick foam over the inlet. I think it'll be all good. Just don't get the circulation you need out of a sponge filter, do you? Especially on a plant, because all my tanks are planted, aren't they, as well? So a sponge filter just doesn't do it. Now, I have put air in there, and it is creating a bit more flow. But I think if one of these and on the back canisters can get it take the sponge filter out, might even keep a sponge in there though, just for the shrimp, because them shrimp love them sponges, don't they? And then more plants in it. More plants. To take out a double sponge filter, put more plants in. Happy days. Marine land. Yeah, this is. I won't say it at the moment, but yeah, hopefully. Well, it's not Marine land though, but yeah, I'm hoping to be getting one through this company, to be perfectly honest. So, recycled your 240 litre tank for a few weeks. That's the best way to introduce fish into the tank. So, Pete, have you been adding ammonia into the tank while you've been doing it, or food, so it goes to ammonia? Because you need to start the cycle by adding ammonia. You can 240 litre though, mate. I'll be honest. I know it's frowned upon, but I've done fish in cycles. I think, and if you do it right, you're okay. But you do need to be testing the water every day. Right, yeah, so the ammonia will have started. Have you done it? If you've done tests, mate, see where your ammonia is at. If you're testing for, like, to be honest, if you're doing it like that, if you've already started a cycle, I wouldn't add fish yet, mate. I'd test to see if you've got ammonia. Because I'd like to think you've got ammonia showing now. And if you've been adding beneficial as well, you should be showing nitrites. So yeah, mate, it takes about 6 weeks though to cycle a tank, mate. It's mad as hell. But yeah, if you've already started with an ammonia source, I'd wait till you put fish in. But it's up to you. To be honest, I started my cycle with 6 peppered cories in the rainbow tank. 6 peppered cories in a 240 litre tank. Tested every day. As soon as I saw any sign of ammonia, I water tested it. So I babysat them tanks through that, and the fish showed no sign of anything. So Catherine Davis, do you have any hobbies? Mine is painting, dancing, parkour. I like watching parkour. If that's about as near to parkour as I get, Catherine, I'll be honest. Drama, singing. You don't want to hear me singing, I'll be honest there. I used to love swimming. I used to be a really good swimmer. I suppose I still am a good swimmer, but yeah, I'm a good swimmer. I did my mile at school, so that'll do me. British Sign Language is something that fascinated me years ago. I used to go out with a girl that could do it because her sister was deaf. Fair dues to anyone who learns that, to be perfectly honest. I kind of knew a bit, but I forgot it over the years. It was like 30 years ago, more than that. But yeah, my hobbies, pretty much my fish, really, to be perfectly honest. My fish and my YouTube channel's taking over my life, to be perfectly honest. I'll do a work during the day, and as soon as I finish, it's kind of YouTube stuff. You're on the Gala team. Well done. Well done. Yeah, Pete. But 240 litre, you'd be able to get a few in there, and just like I say, just keep an eye on your water and keep testing it, mate. How old are you, Catherine? All that and school on top of it all. Parkour though, that's fair dues. Where are you, Catherine? Whereabouts are you? 12. When you have no fear, 12, mate. That's why you're doing parkour. You have no fear at 12. Speak. I used to do quite a lot of work in Speak. Parkour though, awesome. I like watching it. Some of it's amazing as well, isn't it? Some of it's like, some of it's just crazy, isn't it? It is, mate. Honestly, Mr. Ice Max, when I was at primary school, like we're going back 5 years now, but no, when I was at primary school, I was like really good in goal football. And as I got a little bit older and realised that diving at people's feet wasn't the way forward, yeah, soon became pretty crap in goal, really. Do you have a channel, Catherine? Yeah, on YouTube. I will check that out. Nice, I'll check it out. Is that under your name as well? Well, obviously, under Catherine Davis. I will check that out in a bit, Catherine. I'll subscribe to you. Got to promote each other, haven't we? Do the best we can. How long have you been doing it, Catherine? 107 videos, 39 subs. We all start, kiddo. We all start somewhere. 3 months. It's good. It's good going. People, Catherine, let me say something from like, I've been doing this for like 2 years. People think it's easy, mate, and it's not. It's not. It takes a lot of hard work, but keep at it. And some days you'll feel like quitting, but just stick at it. Stick at it. Thank you, Catherine. Thank you. That goes for everybody. So my channel is Rainbow Fish based. And 4 days a week, we do online fish club meetings where we just kind of get in and have a chat. Some people come in asking questions, and hopefully there's people in the chat that can help out if I can't. We have people that breed seahorses coming in talking to us. We've had people that culture whiteworm. We've had a guy that came in who comes in regular, actually. I talked to him on Instagram as well, who's helped me out loads regarding the fertilization of the CO2 tank, which I've got to admit, I already think through dosing iron, I already think my red plants are looking a little bit better. and I only did it 2 days ago. But that might be in my head. But I think they are looking better, to be perfectly honest. So yeah, guys, if you can dink the subscribe button, notification. 4 days a week we do the live fish clubs. Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 8 p.m. Saturdays 2 p.m. ish. I'll release a video on a Friday afternoon as well, which are always educational regarding rainbow fish aquariums and planted aquariums. I have got a video releasing on Friday, which is how to prevent algae in your aquarium as best you can, really. Prevention is better than cure. So many people come through, like, even through this fish club at the moment. People are asking about, oh, I'm full of algae, what do I do? The best thing for algae is not to get it. It's the best way of dealing with it. And not to get it is to watch your lighting, watch how much you're feeding, keep an eye on your nitrates, keep an eye on your phosphates. Just that helps with your algae loads, you know. So yeah, the videos this week is just about that, really. It's about trying to prevent algae and introducing things, obviously, that that can help you, if you will. Yeah, well, I know I've tried like not fertilizing as much, because I know if you over fertilize it can. But yeah, it's Rhinocine Mini and Super Plustrous Super Red. The Plustrous not looking great, to be perfectly honest. Might have to get some more. I don't know. We'll see what that's like. I've not had time to really look at it, but we'll see. But I think the Rhinocine is looking better for it already. I'm just waiting to get some phosphorus as well. I think I've got phosphate. So I've either got phosphate and I need phosphorus, or the other way around. I'm not quite sure. I've got an iron test kit coming as well. So I've got a phosphorus test kit and I've got an iron test kit coming. That should come tomorrow. So then I don't want to keep dosing iron and don't want to overdose it. So we'll just see. It's all new, the CO2 to me, mate, and all this like crazy like additional dosing, because I use like APT3 and I thought that'd be enough, but it's kind of not. So it's a learning curve. But we'll get there. Hopefully the test comes tomorrow. Probably nip down. I always get everything delivered to my mum's, so I might nip down there and pick it up anyway. Have a look. So what kind of lighting does everyone else use? Because I'm on Fluval here. What other lights do people use out there? I'm kind of intrigued now, because obviously I've just always gone for Fluval, but we're being approached by this company, and I know they do lights, so I'm kind of intrigued what other people use. Cheap Chinese homemade. What are those, Will? Are they just like cheap generic ones that you get on Amazon and things like that? Donny Blackburn, how you doing, buddy? All is good, yeah. Everything is hunky dory, if you can say that. So Renee, what's the Haiger like? That's probably just give it away, to be perfectly honest. I am, so I might as well say anyway, I don't care. So yeah, I am in talks with Haiger. I was approached by Haiger when I came off stream on Saturday. Haiger had approached me regarding doing some unboxing and testing and reviews for the channel. So yeah, so I kind of like started going through that. So I've agreed to the partnership today. So they're pretty fast working, to be perfectly honest. So that was Saturday afternoon. I woke up this morning and they've sent me the link to deal with it all. So should be good. Kind of excited about it. Has it been a good light, Renee? Yeah, good. I'm kind of. Does that work on an app, or is it? Can you use it on a timer? That's what gets me. If it needs to be on a timer, don't it? I know you have a CO2 tank. Can I have planted a timer? Your thoughts on liquid CO2? You know what, Pete? I do use it, mate. I do use it. It's good for treating. It's an algaecide, Pete. Is liquid CO2. Technically, it's not CO2. It's kind of like a bit of a blag, that. I don't really know how to get away with it. It's probably the same way as how Sky have got away with selling fibre optic broadband for years when it weren't. I don't know really they get away with it, mate. But it's an algaecide, and how it works is so it kills the algae. It just leaves more CO2 in the water for your plants to take in. So I do use it. If you see on a Saturday when I do my water changes, I do squirt it in, and I do add it because I like the lights on bright because they're quite deep, my tank. So I like light to get down to the plants at the bottom. But because they're slow growing Anubias plants, you kind of got to use it, and it works. It does work, mate. It does. But I don't think it really helps your plants grow as such. In fact, I'm pretty sure it doesn't help your plants grow. It just stops the algae forming as quickly on your slow growing plants. But see, all my slow growing plants are quite near to the light nowadays as well. So that doesn't, you know what I mean? It's kind of, it's hard work, algae. I'm kind of looking forward to these. Oh, I'm hoping, because that light went funny on me like Sunday morning as well. If they do a light for a 4-foot aquarium, I'll definitely get one of those off them for sure. I love your angelfish. Thanks, buddy. I do like my angelfish. See, he's back there I will always point him out because he's always there. There's been one stream where he hasn't been there. And he just, as I was talking, he went back there anyway, so doesn't count. Yeah, I'm gonna. I hope, like I say, I hope they come on through a timer or anything like that. So I'm quite excited about it. It's something. I'll be honest. I just thought I was way off that point where companies are contacting you, asking you to if they can like kind of sponsor you, if you will. So yeah, I thought I was way off that mark. But yeah, I was kind of a bit shocked when I came off stream and they'd made contact. So, but they do all sorts. It's those that do this hang on the back canister filter. They just look pretty cool, to be perfectly honest. So I'm kind of like quite excited about it. But we'll see how it goes. Like I say, they contacted me Saturday. I replied saying, yeah, I'd be interested. And when I woke up this morning, they'd replied and sent everything through that I needed to do. So should be pretty good. I'm not sure what else they do. I take it they do air pumps and everything, which would be quite interesting because I'd like to find an air pump that runs quiet. Although I do think I have found an air pump that runs quiet. I have found a Fluval. I'm not sure which range it is. I think I've gone through this before. Not sure which range it is. Couldn't find the box. But it's quite a chunky black air pump. And that's been running on the Rainbow tank now for like a year. And it's still silent. Which, let's face it, if you've got an air pump that's been running for longer than 3 weeks and it's still silent, it's a miracle, isn't it? So best aqua soils I have ever used. So I've used Hugo Comanche, kind of like that. And I've used a Tropica, and I kind of like that. And I've used Fluval Stratum. I've used them all them three, the more like popular ones. I'm a bit of a believer though, Abin, that for your planted aquariums, for me, I'd go for the better soils, because if you put a cheap rubbish soil in, you're already starting to lose a battle, if you will. You know what I mean? It's like, spend what you can, but some things you can get away with getting cheap, like lights and things like that. You can get away with cheap, but certain things, when you think, if you want your plants to thrive in your aquarium, you're better off giving them the best foundations to root into. Otherwise, you're going to fight a losing battle, aren't you? And then you're just going to throw loads of money at it. Because let's face it, after 6 months, you're going to have to start using root tabs as well. So you're not going to get that on a cheap soil, mate. So I'd go for a more, proper branded. I would anyway. Oh, thanks, Catherine. I will check it out when I come off stream, mate. I will check it out. I will. If you drop me a message on anything as well, just so it keeps your name, because I'd write it down, but I've not got my bloody pencil with me. But yeah, I will surely follow you back, mate, and I'll watch some of your stuff. I always catch up on everyone else's gear when I'm on break at work, like taco break in the middle of nowhere, and I'll just end up watching people's videos and that. Lavosa, thank you for joining us today. I am good, mate. I'm good. Mate, that works. Just not on, is it? I hate it, mate. I know we all have to work for a living, but kind of like does your head in, doesn't it? Work all day, and if you're in the UK and you kind of work for free at the moment, it's kind of how it is. Without trying to politicize this channel, but that's what it is in the UK. Any spare money, they want it. It's good to see you back, though, mate. It is good to see you back. No problem, Jay. No problem. I know you're busy, mate. I know you are. So yeah, it'd be interesting if I can get higher light in the back there. Hopefully you can kind of tone them down as well. Otherwise, it won't work in that tank because it's Anubias heavy. But I have been considering kind of maybe changing the rainbow fish tank a little bit. Well, I don't know. I am toying with redoing the rainbow tank. What do you think? In time. It's just kind of getting proper overgrown with Anubias, like massively overgrown. So if I'm going to take 3/4 of the tank's Anubias now, so if I'm going to take the Anubias out, I may as well just redo the tank. And like, to be honest, now would be the time, because the Lotus is like low at the moment. It's not too many leaves on it. I think people in the UK don't get the channels promoted as much as what they do in America anyway, Catherine. I'm pretty sure that, but who knows? They say it's not, but it's a little bit weird. I love it too. Aquatic life is awesome. Sometimes, like, I think you'll be the same when you finish school and that. When I finish work, kind of had a stressful day. I turn my sofa around, make a brew, just sit there and just watch a tank. Just watch a tank, throw some food in, and before you know it, your troubles just kind of like drift away. They're so good for your mental health, aquariums. Until you do something on them and the filter doesn't work, then they're not great for your mental health because they peck sometimes. But generally, they are great. Take care, Mr. Ice Max. Thanks for joining us, buddy. Hope you have a good evening, mate. it's kind of a bit weird anyway, Catherine. I don't know, like, you're Liverpool. Like the waterways now, you probably won't know, we've been so young, but the waterways have got like terrapins in now and things like that, which is like, it's just mad how people in this country just dump the stuff. So yeah, there's terrapins in the canals nowadays. It's a bit crazy. You see them on a hot day, chilling on pieces of wood and things like that. Now I have Siamese algae eater. I like a lot kind of fish. You like it? Siamese algae eaters are pretty decent, buddy. They are. You've just got to watch Siamese algae eaters, mate, because they can get a taste for the slime coating, the protective slime coating of other fish. And if they get a taste for that, they won't leave your other fish alone, mate. They'll just try and it will, obviously, over time, it'll kill them, mate. So you just got to keep an eye on Siamese algae eaters. They have their good points and their bad points, buddy. You've got a bearded dragon. I'm going to come and check out. Are you on Instagram as well, Catherine? In my room. She's so noisy at night. I can imagine. Danish 88. How you doing, buddy? Thanks for joining us. Hope you've had a good weekend. Are you using my phone or something? Doesn't actually work. The microphone I'm using, buddy, just one sec. Oh, god damn. Oh, I'm using that. And can you get two? It just plugs in the bottom of your phone, mate. So my first stream, the sound started going a little bit funny, and I got these, and the sound's been great since. The only time since in the past like 10 or 12 streams where I've had a problem with the sound was when I dinked the mute button for 5 minutes and didn't realise, because I waffle on and I lost the chat, and everyone on chat was telling me that they couldn't hear me, and I was just waffling on. I didn't even notice. Kind of, that's what I do. But yeah, I kind of like it, mate. No one complains about the sound anymore, and it does have noise reduction on it as well, so it kind of helps, because I don't think you lot hear the sirens coming past, because there's always sirens come past here all the time, and I don't think you lot hear it. The mic, it was I think they're about £40. I got it off Amazon. It's a Boya. Sure. Yeah, I got it off Amazon. It was like 40 quid, but you do get two mics and the charging leads and all that. So, but yeah, pretty good. Does the job, works on all phones, I think, but this plugs straight into the iPhone. Don't have to do anything. Just plug it in, it starts flashing, you turn your mic on, they connect, and away you go. I like it, Lavo, so I do. It's like I say, no one's complained about the sound since. The only sound issues we've had, like I say, was when I pressed mute on the mic. I know I've worked in Speak, Catherine. I have. Yeah, you need it anyway for the airport. You've got to be a good sleeper if you live in Speak, just for the airport. So I'll put us on I'll show all the tanks off. I have really choking. So this week I have released a tour video. So if anyone hasn't checked it out yet, it's well worth going having a look. But I'll have a quickly show you around the tanks. We'll start with the so shrimp tanks there. Excuse if there's a bit of glare off that light there, so the shrimp tanks there. That's just red Neocaridina shrimp in there. There's a couple of Otocinclus in there, to be honest. There is some Endler guppies in there, just to keep detritus worms down, and a few amino shrimp as well. Then we go over to the rainbow tank, all fully planted. As you can see, as I was saying, 3/4 of this tank is Anubias. So the Anubias has just taken over. So yeah, kind of I'm thinking about redoing this tank though. So we've got the Lotus Tiger Lily there. Welcome back, Jay. Hope everything went all right there then. And then sorry, we are getting a bit of glare here, guys, because we've got so much lighting because we're doing the later stream. So obviously the angel tank with that Lotus Tiger Lily, but you can see it's kind of getting a bit too near the surface. So I may just have to cut that back on. I may just have to cut that back on Saturday. Otherwise, the lilies at the bottom will start kind of like going a bit crappy. So we may have to make the decision to kind of destroy the lily to make it better in the long run. Put it back on. There's a CO2 tank in there, Celestial Pearl Daniels and Albino Cories. Say the red plants are getting better. They are getting better, but not the ones at the back. I do need to do a bit of work in there. I've just kind of like not really had time. But so there's the that's the tanks. Like I say, there is a tour video on my channel at the moment. If you haven't seen that, yeah, check it out after the stream. Anybody if you could just dink the subscribe button, guys, and the like button and all that, it kind of helps the channel out so much. The channel is growing, so we do live streams Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 8 o'clock, and we do a live stream from 2 p.m. ish on a Saturday, and I launch videos at 3:15 every Friday. So click that notification button, guys, and you won't miss anything like this, because these streams, especially on the Saturdays, we get a lot more people come through on a Saturday, and obviously, like, it's a bit weird doing it at 8 o'clock in an evening in the UK, because some people around the world will be working. So Saturdays are the main ones where loads and loads of people come in, and you see, they are really, really good. They are really good. It's a good place to learn. It's a good place to shed a bit of knowledge as well. Wow, I've just started loads of chat. If I ever missed out any chat, guys, I'm sorry. It's just, don't know how it's got so far behind. The shrimp tank will. It's just like a little one foot tank. It's only small. It's about probably about 12, 14 litre or something like that. But it's ideal. That's the one I want to put the little canister on it. The little hang on the back canister filter. Should be pretty decent. But that's been a bit of a work in progress as well with the shrimp, because I was pretty good at killing shrimp. On patrol, needs to get back. Good day, brother. See you soon, buddy. Okay. Yeah, I'm on just wrote 2-1, Catherine. Yeah, it's growing. It's growing, you know. I think I'm about 300 hours off full monetization. It takes work. It does take a lot of work, YouTube. But I'm getting there. So I'm hoping to be kind of like, if not monetized, going through the process of full monetization by I'm hoping by the end of the year. These kind of help grow, because I do on average collect between 20 and 60 subscribers. Well, the other Saturday I got like 80 subscribers in 3 hours just doing the live stream. But that was something. That was just something else. It kind of just blew up a few weeks ago. It was like 6,500 people came through, and it was just a bit of a crazy Saturday. Don't really know. I think I may have like really promoted it on Facebook beforehand, which I'll probably have to do again. Actually, I think that's what it was. You just got to watch because you get some weird people come through as well. You do. Streams one of the best ways to gain subscribers, especially watch hours. You'll watch it start climbing. I know, Lavosa, I've noticed it. It is a great way of getting the watch hours in as well, but it's a great way of building a community up as well. Because it's just we're getting the same kind of heads coming in all the time, like Jay the Plug, yourself, Lavosa, Catherine's been in a few times. It's been really, really good, and we're learning all kinds of stuff. You know, there was a lady in the other week that had a 46-year-old frog. 46-year-old frog. What's all that about? This is it, Jay. I need people just to watch the videos. Some people think just clicking on a video so it shows that you've watched it works, and it's just not. You need people to watch it through. It's a bit of a mad one, really, because they have YouTube give people the option of watching videos at 2 speed. So if you put a 10-minute video on and someone watches it at 2 speed, you only get 5 minutes watch time, which is a bit naughty, really, I think, but it's kind of what they do. I suppose when you're a small channel and you try to get every minute you possibly can, then, you know, if you're a big channel, it doesn't make a difference, but it makes a massive difference for a small channel. Azor, how are you doing, buddy? Are you okay? Thanks for joining us. I went to I did go to that shop on Sunday looking at, I was going to go and try and swap out the angelfish one off for some Australian rainbows. They'd all gone. Kind of came out a bit annoyed with myself, really, because I kind of wanted them and I should have got them, but I had nowhere to put them. And then I'm thinking, well, maybe try and swap them out for the angels, but we'll see. I don't want to part with my angels either. You know what I mean? It's one of them. I'm not like that. I don't want to part with the angels, but they don't really do much. I just like, I don't know. I'm good as you. Yeah, it's been all good, buddy. Yeah, things are going good. Things are going good. Did you know? Sorry, Catherine, I missed a thing before. Did you know that Speak Hall was involved in the transatlantic slave trade? I didn't know, mate. No, I don't know. You scousers, you get into everything, don't you? I take it you've learned that at school, have you, recently? Yeah, will. I'd love a new tank, but I've no space, mate. I am thinking of doing like a rack, which might hold like 4 smaller tanks, like 4 maybe like 60-litre tanks or something like that, or maybe 3 60-litre tanks. I say 4 because you could have one ground level, but I'm getting old, can't work down there. It's too low. So maybe one that holds 2 or 3. But yeah, I'd like more space, so to be perfectly honest. But yeah, definitely, I want more tanks. As the channel grows, then decisions will have to be made. Maybe even like after move, because as the channel grows, I have to grow with the channel. So that'd be a bit interesting. Maybe that's pipe dream, that though, innit? You know what I mean? It's like I'm nowhere near that stage, but you never know. Catherine, I'm called Russ. Rama, how you doing, buddy? I mean, I'm a bit behind on the chat. Donny had covered me and everything there. Cheers, Don. Stick with it though, Catherine. You like that name, Russ? You know what? Between me and you, Catherine, I hated it growing up. I hated it growing up because it's actually Russell, and I kind of hated Russell. See, when I was growing up, there weren't people like Russell Crowe who kind of can make a name seem cool. There weren't. There wasn't. There was Russell Grant when I was growing up. There ain't nothing cool about Russell Grant if you know who he is. Yeah, it's times a bit different now, Catherine. It's names are like one of them, you know. It's say there was no one cool with that name as I was growing up. Whereas like now, it's a bit different. I'm like 51, Catherine. So is Russell your dad's? Oh, is your dad's surname? Is it, mate? Yeah. I think it's quite a popular surname, actually, isn't it? I don't know where my parents got it from. They know I don't like it though. Hard names. It was a hard name to grow up with. To be honest, yeah, I never liked it. Never liked it. So what kind of filtration are people using out there at the moment? Because right, so I'm using FX4 in here, and it is something else. The FX4. It wasn't. I used to run an Awazi in there, and it started leaking, so I went onto the FX4. If you've been on the streams on a Saturday afternoon, you'll see that I've started having a bit of a problem with the Fluval 307 in the rainbow tank. And it can be running. So I've never come across this problem before, and it's kind of like battering my head a little bit on why it's doing this. So the filter will be running fine, yeah? And as soon as I start taking water out of the tank, the filter stops. And I don't really understand it. It's like it's taking air on, but it's not taking air on because everything's underwater. So I don't really understand why it's doing it, but I'm keep having to like dismantle it, clean it out, rebuild it, and it works okay. But it's like Saturday it did it, and it had happened 2 weeks before. So on a canister filter, if you open it after 2 weeks, you know it's not dirty. So I'm just wondering why would it do that? Sylvia Sutton, thanks for joining us this evening. 54 gallon corner tank, that's pretty big, isn't it? Two large sponge filters be enough. To be perfectly honest, Sylvia, no, I don't think sponge filter, no way will they. No, you want to be looking canister there, mate. You want to be looking at a canister filter. Actually, that's what I'm on about now. So this is 300 litres, which is, I believe, is 66 gallons, which some of my Gallant troops told me the other week when they Googled it for me. So it's 66 gallon, and I have an FX4 running in there, and it's crystal clear. Sponge filters, depends what you've got in there, but if you've got like a 54 gallon tank and you're just going to have shrimp in there, then I still don't think two would be enough, mate. Anyway, but no, I'd look at a canister filter, to be perfectly honest. They're just going to offer you so much. A canister filter will give you great flow, greater circulation of the water. If depending on how much you want to spend, like I say, that FX4, that tank doesn't even look like it's got water in it because it's that clear. I'm having, like I say, I'm having trouble with the 307, so I'll probably end up swapping out. If an FX4 will fit in the unit, I'd get an FX4, but if not, I'll have to look at like an FX3 slightly smaller. But I know it'll be powerful enough. So yeah, mate, I'd look at going canister for sure. You all have traditional names, do you, Catherine? Yeah. It is Renee, isn't it? I struggle like with this. With luckily the smaller tanks don't need much, but when you're getting older, they're just too impossible to work on, aren't they? You use sponge filters only, Danish. How big are your tanks, mate? Do you use sponge filters with like a power head on them though, or do you use like sponge filters just pumping air through it with like an air filter, an air pump, I should say? Oh, they're good, like traditional English names, though, Catherine, aren't they? Same as same as yourself. There's too many apples and pears nowadays. I'd rather be traditional like yourselves there. You're the oldest of four. You've got to look after everyone there, you know. 300 litres, almost 80 gallons, is it? It depends where you are in the world, I think, mate. I think it's US gallons and like European gallons, maybe. Yeah, that's what it is, mate. It's US gallons. I think it's 66 UK gallons. Got all these different things. It's like a few weeks ago now, someone came on and they were talking about black skirt tetras. And I was like, never heard of them. So when I came off stream, I was like, right, black skirt tetras, they sound interesting. Over in the UK, black widows, it's kind of what they get called. So everyone has different names, don't they, for different things. It's pretty mad. Someone said the other day was cardinals, red tetras, and red some. I think there was. She said full red tetras or something like that. It's like makes me laugh how you like in the UK call them cardinals when they're full red tetras. I thought I've never even heard of full red tetras. I'm sure she said full red tetras. I've never heard of that before. I only work in litres, Will. I do. It's like I'm proper old school. You know, it's like it's litres. That's where I'm at. You found some fly agric in the woods today. What's that, Jay? You did, Catherine. Yeah, I'll have a look at your profile pic as well properly in a bit. You drew that, did you? I want a profile pic designing over the next. Well, obviously everything takes money, but I want mine. I will be checking your channel out, mate, when I'm done. Eat Healthy 85. Thanks for joining us this evening, buddy. I hope you've had a good few days. Can you explain the importance of water agitation? I feel the subject's under the radar. Okay, mate. So surface agitation just adds more oxygen into the water. It can also help take CO2 out of the water as well. So you just have to watch. So really, it's like when you're pumping air into a tank, it's more the surface agitation that helps oxygenate the water than it is the air going through. Surface agitation just helps get loads of oxygen into the water, mate. The more the better, but on a CO2 tank, you don't really want it during the day because you're pumping CO2 into it. But I'm not Danish, mate. No, I'm not on TikTok, mate. Everyone tells me I should go on TikTok, but I don't know. When I looked into going on TikTok, they were talking about banning it in America. So I thought, well, what's the point? Half my subscribers come from America, so I thought, well, there's no point. But I don't really know, mate, about TikTok. Everyone keeps going on about it, but I've never even been on TikTok. It kind of everyone goes on about it being a Chinese spyware, which you hear all these silly things, don't you? Yeah, I don't even really use Twitter either. I don't use Twitter that much. To be honest, I use Twitter more to as a news outlet because it seems to be the only place where you can get the truth or see firsthand what's going on. I probably will end up doing it Danish. I probably will end up doing TikTok. It's just at the moment I've got that much going on with everything else. It's time. It's just time. Like I work full time, then come home, and I bet even for 4 hours a night I'm spend trying to promote the YouTube or doing something regarding YouTube, you know. So it is just time, mate. Stocking it with endless and neons. I would, yeah, I would still go canister, mate. Just stick some. Always have foam over the filter inlet, but yeah, for that size, I'd definitely go canister, mate. You'll end up, if you don't circulate the water properly, you'll just end up giving yourself loads of problems regarding algae and all kinds of problems. Just stagnating water and things like that. Definitely would use a canister, buddy, for sure. What was my top 3 subjects at school? God, I don't even think they do them anymore. Oh, I used to like technical drawing more than anything, mate. Woodwork. And I wasn't a big school fan, Catherine, I'll be honest. My best school years were primary school when we had a fish tank in the classroom. After that, once I went to like high school and they didn't have a fish tank in the classroom, it didn't really appeal to my school. Do you like school, Catherine? I hated it. I hated it. I can guarantee every morning I was ill, just trying to get out of going to school. I'm just going to pour myself a drink, guys. So the other day, Saturday morning, I was trimming the grass in the CO2 tank because, like, if some of the plants are struggling in the CO2 tank, one thing that isn't struggling is the dwarf airgrass. That's like amazing. I trim it pretty much every other week. I'm trimming the dwarf airgrass, but this week, so about a month ago, I made a little shrimp trap and put that into the shrimp tank. Left it 10 minutes, took it out, and there's about 8 shrimp in there, males and females. So I put them into the CO2 tank. So while I was trimming the grass on Saturday, loads of little baby shrimp coming out. So I was kind of buzzing that that's getting a colony of shrimp growing into the CO2 tank now. So that's good. My dream aquarium, eat healthy, would be maybe an 8-foot long. 8-foot long for sure, because I want some. I'd like to do a proper big, full-on scape. I really do enjoy making scapes, but I'd also, at some point, I'd like to go saltwater marine. So I suppose really the dream tank would be an 8-foot saltwater marine tank, but that'd be a dream bank account tank as well, mate, I think. She's not fancy anything else other than the Australian rainbows, mate. Donny, you know what, Donny? I still want to put tiger barbs in here. I do. I'm just like, I am a bit wary regarding the lotus. Probably give it another month and let that sage proper root in before I even think about. But yeah, I'd probably end up putting tiger barbs in here because I'm just getting a little bit bored of the angels. Yeah, I do. See, if I start putting rainbows in here as well, I kind of wanted something, something a little bit different. So yeah, maybe it was a good thing not getting the Australians, but we'll see. We'll see. Like I said, I'd like to put tiger barbs. I used to have tiger barbs years ago, and when they school together, they're just like proper. They're awesome. They are awesome. The Great Danish are just lively, aren't they? You know what I mean? I do like a bit of life in a fish. I have toyed with putting some in, but I think if the barbs go in there, the cribs would probably have to come out as well. So some decisions need to be made because I think that it might end up being quite problematic with barbs and cribensis in the same tank as well. I think that might cause problems. Jax, good evening, buddy. Hope you're well. The red plants are right. It might be in my head, Jax, but I think my red plants are already slightly looking better. Like I say, it might be in my head though. I've got an iron testing kit coming tomorrow, so I'll be able to dose a lot better anyway. And I still can't get hold of phosphorus, mate. So there we go. That's where we're at. They don't bother with them. Do they not Danish? That's good. That's good. Years ago, like when I had the piranha, and when I traded the piranha, I got 6 tinfoil barbs, and that's where like my love for barbs came from. But then 6 tinfoil barbs that were about 4-5 inches in length, and they were just in like a 3-foot aquarium at the time, but they just looked awesome. I kind of do like barbs. With tiger barbs, is like, what is it, 4 or 5 different types, and they're quite, so you get a really good display going on. Tired, mate. Just had a short work day. I'm, to be honest, mate. What are you? You're in an aquarium shop, aren't you, mate? All good, all good. Nice short day though, mate. How are the eggs coming along, Jax? Says, guys, so since Saturday, because we had a couple of people in that are regular. So since Saturday, I have been contacted by Hyger to do some sponsored content. So I signed up with them today. Just waiting for them now to reply because I did it when I got home from work today. So yeah, so I'm hopefully getting some. Apparently, they kind of like send you a catalog, and then you can choose what you want out of there. So it'd be nice to try and get some. I want a Hyger filter and a Hyger light, so it'd be nice to be able to test them too. So yeah, we'll have some sponsored content coming out on the channel soon. But I will give a true review on it. I won't I'm not gonna tarnish my brand, if you will. If I don't think they're any good, I will say so. I think they'll probably know that anyway. But then oh, nice, mate, nice. I'm quite excited about this, Jax. I know you will be for sure. So yeah, so kind of like I don't know how long it's going to take for like Haiger to send something out to us, and I suppose I'm going to have to read through the contract that they've said as well to make sure I do everything right. But it should be quite interesting. Should be the next few weeks. Hopefully, will be quite interesting. Oh, really, Jack? Yeah. I suppose it's weird, isn't it? I suppose you can do. It's a bit of a. People are going to try and scam, aren't they? They're everywhere, mate, aren't they? Everywhere you look, someone's trying to scam you. But yeah, I think I do believe, Jax, that my red, the Rhinokai is the Plustrius is a bit. Yeah, that's worse. A bit worse for wear. I'm gonna have to have a look at that. I'll probably have a look at that tomorrow night when I get home from work. But yeah, I think the Rhinokai seems to be looking better already, mate. It does. So it's a bit mad. So I need to go and get that test tomorrow. I want to try and get on it straight away. I have dosed a little bit of iron already. Take it from there, innit? Just hoping that if the eggs are there, that a male and female are there at least. Yeah, that's it, isn't it? Hopefully, mate. Yeah, if you can get a male and a female and you can start breeding them yourself, mate, happy days, isn't it? That's what I'd like my albino cories to breed in the CO2 tank, to be honest. It'd be nice just to see a few little baby albinos. I have got some baby bronzes, well, they're not even babies anymore. I've never noticed like eggs and that. They must have fallen into the plants and managed to survive. But yeah, in the rainbow tank, there's definitely some like bronze cories in there that are a little bit smaller. So they're definitely like second generation, if you will. I'd like to see like I like cories, I like peppered cories, but at the moment it's proper hard to get hold of in the UK, or especially around Manchester way. Anyway, peppered cories are like my favourite cories. And is it stir by? I like stir by as well. I've got stir by in both, but I've never seen like smaller cories in here. But you never know. You never know. Do we think that the tiger barbs would ruin the lotus tiger lily? That's the question I have, because it's kind of like the centerpiece of that tank now. Yeah, but to be honest, I'm struggling. I'm just struggling getting the phosphorus. It's so hard because none of the shops around here sell it. It's crazy. There's no proper, as far as I'm aware, in the Manchester area. There's no proper like aquascaping shop where you can go in and buy and see like iron and phosphorus. Well, there might be one actually in Stockport, but I won't go in there. I'd rather struggle than go in there. So maybe there is one, but everywhere else, it's just all they do, Chem wise, is just pretty much prime, flourish. That's kind of all they sell. Not a problem, Catherine. Well, thanks for joining us this evening, mate. It's been nice talking to you. Good luck at school. We will be back. We're on Wednesday evening, Friday evening, Saturday afternoons as well, buddy. So hopefully we see you again, Catherine. But nice to see you. Have a good day at school tomorrow. Silly goose. I reckon you should. What time? It'll be 8 p.m. Wednesday and Friday, and then 2 p.m. ish Saturday afternoon, mate. I say ish because I always have things to do on a Saturday morning, so it depends how fast I can get my shopping done and things around my parents' house and that. So, and then I get up here and I've got to kind of set up. So it's like 2 o'clock ish, 2 to 1:15. You can make Wednesday? Well, we will see you there, kiddo. We will see you there. Going back to the tacos, everyone always talks food on these fish club meetings, you know. We had a guy smoking ribs, then he was smoking thighs. He didn't send me a picture of his thighs either, which was a bit disappointing. Everyone always turns to food, though, on here, don't they? Taco Bell. I've never had Taco Bell, though, but I kind of like, I do like Mexican food. And I do like, yeah, I'm the same as you, Jay. I love tacos. Crunchy ones, though. I do like crunchy tacos. I think the soft tacos are just a fajita, aren't they? At the end of the day, bit of a scam. Just a bloody fajita. So, but yeah, I do like crunchy tacos. Oh god damn! Well, I might have to. There's no Taco Bell around here. There's one round where I work, and I kind of deliver around Bradford, and there was one in Bradford, and it closed the week after I started working up there. But I have to be really careful because I'm celiac, so I can't really have them anyway. But sometimes, kind of poison myself. Yeah, I'll take a look at them, Jacks. I won't even try and pronounce that. But yeah, I just think the tigers might destroy the lotus because they're not really plant friendly, are they? They'd get away with I think they'd get away with the Anubias and all that, but you never know. Yeah, Jay, it's got to be crunchy, mate, all day, innit? It's got all day crunchy. Oh God, I love them. I could live off tacos. I tell you what, I could live off tacos, chili heat wave Doritos, but make chili heat wave Doritos into nachos, really nice, and chocolate. I could live off that. My heart wouldn't last long, but it'd be good, wouldn't it? Robbo, thanks for joining us today, mate. Hope you're well. Chicken curry. See, everyone just talks food. We'll just turn it into a food club. Why not? I ate Taco Bell for the fries. It's okay. I've never had it. They say it's, there was a Taco Bell in Bradford where I was working. I was like, right, I'm hitting that up. And it closed. Because I think it's kind of like not halal, so not busy. But yeah, kind of disappointed. But I'd like a Taco Bell around here, to be perfectly honest. But they don't. There isn't one. I'd live off it though. I love Mexican food. I'll send you a pic and the name on Instagram, mate. Yeah, if you could, Jax, yeah. Because they probably tell totally different name here. You know how it is, the way things get changed, all the names change in every country. It's crazy. Nachos are dangerous. Oh, I love them, mate. I love them. Robbo, what you like? To be honest, though, mate, I'm celiac, so they would definitely they'd definitely make me ill. But some days it's just worth it, isn't it? I had a McRib the other day, and I was proper disappointed with it. And I used to love them. I had one in the 90s, and they were awesome. But yeah, I wasn't that impressed with them at Ribbon that I had the other day. Bit crap. Curries are, I I love a curry. I make a good curry as well. I like cooking though. I do. Should do a cooking channel as well. I used to be a bit of a master with cheesecakes as well. I make a pretty awesome cheesecake. My cheesecake's like proper thick. Good mate of mine actually asked me to do a licorice and blackcurrant cheesecake, and I got it mastered as well. It was pretty decent. I can't stop eating them. I love curries, man. Do you like them hot, Jay? Do you like heat? It's not actually on the channel now. It can be. I kind of just held it back. It's a private video now, but just over a year ago, I did the hot chip challenge, and I lasted 10 minutes, just over 10 minutes before I had a drink. Flipping heck, that was an experience. You'd subscribe straight away. I love food, mate. I do. Trying to lose weight, it's so hard. Especially when you get to my age, it's hard anyway. But I love food too much. Only Oscars, good evening, I should say. Thanks for joining us. Hope you've had a good few days since last time I saw you, mate. Cheesecake, honestly, I made an awesome cheesecake. To be honest, the amount of times I used to make a cheesecake like every Saturday, and I didn't have the capacity to film it. I could do it now and just start another channel and just cheesecakes, just gluten-free cheesecakes as well, obviously. But yeah, they are. Oh God, there was something else. I did Bakewell tart cheesecake. God damn, my chocolate orange cheesecake was pretty good and all. Why do these chats always go to food, guys? What is it? You lot keep talking food. Things are getting better, Ali. Good. Only Oscars. Good. $10. Mate, I had $10 sauce with cranberries and whipped cream. Crumbs, forest, shut it down. Wow, we were. Oh man, it sounds good that though. Does sound good, Jax. Fish, food, politics. I know, mate. I try not to discuss politics on here, but politics kind of just drives you crazy at the moment, mate. Though, doesn't it? It's just like I don't know what it's like in Czech, mate, but in the UK at the moment, politics is just it's the same everywhere, isn't it? If you watch TBB, they're making a new movie. Oh, are they, mate? I'll tell you what, I did watch the other night. The new Alien film. I like Alien films though, but yeah, the new Alien film is quality. Politics, Robbo, it's one of them, mate. Politics can discussing any kind of politics with anyone can just lose. You can lose friendships of years over politics, mate. Everyone has their own point of view. Everyone has their own point of view with politics, and it's how it affects, because politics affects everyone in totally different ways, don't they? That's kind of what it is. So no one will ever really truly agree on each other's politics. Oscars, that's terrible. Got new fish. Hubby's back home. The fish are really nice. What about the husband? How is he? Are you not that bothered? I've never kept any kind of puff for Oscars, to be perfectly honest. Yeah, it's just something that I've only recently started seeing pea puffers around the Manchester area, to be perfectly honest. I never really see them. Never see them everywhere. Fish politics, yeah, that's about it, mate. But even then, the politics of fish, so discussing KH and GH and all that kind of stuff. Everyone has their own different opinions on that as well, mate. He's a pain, is he, Oscars? Yeah. Fish. Everyone says the same, mate, don't they? Wajid Ali, thanks for joining us this evening, buddy. Hope you are well. Fish police are real. They are real, mate, yeah. They are. You see it. You see it on Facebook and all that. Honestly. I saw something on a David Attenborough group on Facebook, and it was about Hydra, and it said that you could put Hydra in a blender and it would kind of reform and grow. So I just kind of reposted it. Oh my God. The amount of people that didn't agree with it, but couldn't come up with any reason why they didn't agree with it. But it's weird. It's really weird. I actually got banned off quite a few Facebook groups because I polled about euthanizing fish. Crazy. And I'll just try to get information for making a video, which I have done on my channel, guys. Euthanizing fish, the only way that's recommended by the RSPCA. Goes into a few different methods and why it's kind of frowned upon. But yeah, polling it, yeah, it got me banned off a few Facebook groups and warned off loads. Weird. But you do get a lot of idiots, though. You do get a lot of idiots. I've had a few, because like this is always just a small stream at the moment that's going to hopefully grow. But we have weird people coming through here. We do. This is it, Oscars. The only one. I've never done Facebook ever until I really started taking the YouTube seriously, and it was just to promote my YouTube channel. And I've kind of got a bit of a partnership going with a Facebook group, Fish Keeping in the UK. They let me post adverts for my channel on there, and I'll do like videos for the group. And there's some pretty decent people in there, but a lot of the groups, there's some knobheads as well. It's like I'm new to the CO2 game. Been running a CO2 tank for like 18 months. It's just a learning curve. Started on really easy plants, and I'm moving up, and it's just like I say, it's a learning curve. Hence why I'm now like talking to Jax about intense fertilization and things like that. And I asked a question in a CO2 group of what do people use in their bubble counters, because you put water in, and within like 3 to 4 weeks you're having to redo them because obviously it just like evaporates off with the air going through it. And so I put a question out there, genuine question, asking what people use, because I've heard people use glucose and things like that. So I thought, I'll give it a go. Ask the question. And I think I had 35 people answered, and there wasn't one answer that was serious. Just everyone just don't get what's the point of joining groups if you're not going to help people out. That's what it's all about, isn't it? That's what this is about. This fish group is about helping people out. People come on, ask questions. We'll try and help people out. We've got already got a selection of knowledge here that can help quite a lot of people out on the way, you know, and that's kind of what it's about. But what's the point of doing it if you're not going to help people? Don't get it. Wajid, not a problem. I am good, mate. Thanks for subscribing. If anybody that's in there at the moment is not a subscriber, just ding the subscribe button, click the like button, and notification will tell you when we go on live, especially doing these fish club lives. The more people that we get into these fish clubs is going to be the better. It's just a growing thing at the moment. But, you know, if we get a good selection of knowledge in here, we can help anybody out and it can grow. It's already, we're getting people worldwide as it is. You know, it's only going to grow and get bigger and get more helpful, and hopefully, like, over time, and I mean like way into the future, but we could even try and get other YouTubers in here, bigger YouTubers, you know, if we could get like guest appearances, it'd be awesome. But that's obviously in time, you know. But can you imagine us like getting someone like Fish Shop Matt as a guest appearance on a Saturday afternoon? It'd be great, you know, in time. Obviously, I don't think I know he's like proper busy, that guy now, isn't he? But it'd be awesome if we could get some good collaborations going as well. You thinking about getting CO2, Oscars? Yeah, I'd highly recommend it. I would. I love it. It is a learning curve. It is, but yeah, I'm enjoying the CO2. It's pecking people's heads to getting all the information. Like Jax has helped me out loads, and I've gone out and getting more fertilizers this week and that. So it's a learning curve. It's just learning what different efficiencies look like in plants, which I'm going to have to like really look into now. If I want to take the CO2 seriously, I need to start looking at what each deficiency looks like, so I can look and go, right, that needs that. But it all comes with time. Like I say, I'll learn and try and teach as we go along, especially with a CO2 tank. Post the channel on Reddit. Do you reckon will? Yeah. Something I never looked on Reddit, mate, to be perfectly honest. The Robbo, the cost of the CO2 setup. So initially, it's the initial setup is what's expensive, if you will, but it doesn't have to be. So when I decided to do the CO2, I kind of did the bio mixture first with Tropica, run it for 2 weeks, noticed the difference, went full CO2, looked into it, ended up watching George Farmer did a video, and he was telling you about different CO2 regulators. And the cheaper ones, as your CO2 canister's running out, the cheaper regulators can dump all that CO2 into your tank and pretty much kill all your stock. So he recommended the regulator from CO2 Art. So I've got the CO2 Art one. I think it was like around £230 kind of rings a bell. And then you go on to the carbon dioxide itself at the time. So you can go into the shops and buy your little canisters of carbon dioxide for £20. Or you can use your head and go for carbon dioxide fire extinguisher instead. So I got the biggest, I think it's the 5 litre CO2. That cost me initially £30 18 months ago. I bought the large fire extinguisher off Amazon. It cost me £30. Got it probably at the right times because, like, literally a month after I got that, CO2 went through the roof. I've just had that canister refilled for £30. So luckily I had the canister. But yeah, so it's in 18 months, the initial outlay cost me, say, £300 for everything. That's diffuser and all that kind of thing that all came with. And then after that, it's not really cost me anything for 18 months, and it's just cost me £30. Initial outlay, Robbo, 300 quid after that though. Depending on how big your tank is, I only run it into a 60-litre tank. Obviously, a 300-litre tank is going to be 5 times quicker, so you might be £30 every 3 months on a larger aquarium. But even so, the plant growth's phenomenal. Even Anubias just grows crazy speeds. I've already trimmed the Anubias in 6 weeks. I've trimmed it back 3 times in 6 weeks so it doesn't overshadow the Rhinocai that's growing in front of it. So I'd highly recommend it. I'm just kind of the same, Oscars. This is the thing, everyone keeps telling me to do TikTok, but I don't get time to do like everything now. I'd be able to do TikTok if YouTube was my full-time job, but I have a full-time job. So technically, I'm kind of holding down 2 full-time jobs as it is at the moment without adding another thing that takes like another hour a day regarding that. It's just hard, isn't it? There's that much social media out there. You have to employ someone just to take care of social media. The CO2 art stuff, I'm well impressed with it, Oscars. I am. Yeah, it's really good. And with that regulator that I got, you can actually run more tanks off it, so you can add more bubble counters to it. I'm pretty sure you could go up to 8, so you could actually run 8 tanks off one regulator, which is pretty impressive. So I could technically run CO2 into all my other tanks, but it'd be a mad piping system because my CO2 canisters probably it'd be like 20 foot away. So I don't know. I'd probably have to get another regulator if I was going. I'd like to run CO2 in here though, and maybe take out the Anubias and do it in Monte Carlo, because that's how it was initially set up for Monte Carlo. But I kill Monte Carlo for fun. I'm really, really good at killing Monte Carlo. I use non-evaporating viscous liquid. Aquarium. Don't know what. This is what I need, Jax. It's something a little bit thicker because water just goes for fun and it's just bloody pain. Not a problem, Robbo. Use 100-gallon tank. I'm going to use a 100-gallon tank, maybe. Oh yeah, 100-gallon tank with CO2. You'd probably be using a 5 litre within like 2 months, mate. To be perfectly honest, because your bubble count would be a lot more. But there is other ways of delivering Oscars of delivering CO2. So you might be better at looking at. I think there's I don't know what they call it, but is it MJ Aquascaping? I think he does a video on it. I'm pretty sure it was him who's what I watched. And you'd inject CO2 into the water as it comes out of your canister filter. So as the water's running through, it fully dissolves. So the CO2 fully dissolves in the water before it gets jetted back into the aquarium. Now, I think the initial outlay might be a little bit more, but I think in the long run, you'll save more money on CO2 because obviously you don't need to inject as much into it if it's getting fully dissolved. Whereas with a diffuser, it's bubbling out and coming out of the surface. So you have to probably use, I would have thought you used more CO2 through a diffuser than you would getting it totally dissolved in the water. I'll be honest, Oscars. I did overdose my tank a few weeks ago. I lost a CPD and an albino core. But up to then, I've gone 18 months without overdosing the tank. I just kind of messed up, really. Well, I didn't. I just didn't realise I'd done something. I changed the diffuser pod, and for some reason it just pumped loads more CO2 in than normal. It's like what it is, Oscars. It's like a system that as the pipe that leaves the filter, I think it goes into like a box or into like a bottle, and they pump CO2 into that, into like, it's like if you can imagine like a plastic container, and they pump CO2 into that, and I think there's like the plastic filter media that's in there, and the CO2 kind of gets injected there, so it gets fully dissolved in before it gets pumped back into the tank. And it's all kind of just something that you. Whereas on the ultraviolet light systems, it's kind of like, I suppose it's the same kind of thing as that. Ultraviolet light system, you kind of cut into your tubing, don't you, and fit it there, so it goes through the ultraviolet light into your filter and back out. Same kind of thing, mate, with the CO2, I think. I have a beautiful 500-gallon aquarium. Pretty much takes care of itself. That's the beauty of the larger tanks, isn't it? The bigger tanks are a lot easier to look after. Small tanks, they're a nightmare. If you're starting in the hobby, you're better off going big, because they do take care of themselves, and just the volume of water, just so much easier to look after, isn't it? Thanks for joining us as well, Thanks for popping in. Hopefully you are a subscriber. If not, dink the subscribe button, buddy, and the like button. That's the way forward. I think that's what I'd do, Oscars. Definitely for doing this tank, I'd look at that kind of system, just to try and save money as much as possible, isn't it? Bigger tanks are a lot easier to look after. The volume of water is just a lot more forgiving. Whereas if you've got like a 10-litre tank, 20-litre tank, one little bit of ammonia in there is massive compared to due to the volume. Whereas a little bit of ammonia in a 300-litre tank, it's like weeing in the sea, in it. You know what I mean? It's just not going to make a difference. You're not going to notice it. If you're talking about inline CO2 dosing for external filter, that could be atomizers. That's one, the inline systems, Jax, yeah. Yeah, this is it. It's just better, in it, fully dissolved. I take it you won't use as much CO2. But it's definitely, I think that's definitely the way forward on the bigger aquariums, for sure. I think, to be honest, Oscars, once you set up a tank, if you keep the maintenance going on it, they are easy. They're easy to look after. If you let a tank go, then obviously they're hard work to get back, you know. But if you've obviously seen the work I do on a Saturday, I do both my tanks. Probably takes about an hour and a half, does it? Something like that. Takes an hour and a half to do everything. Even with the impromptu keep having to clean the 307 filter because it packs in, because it stops working when I do water changes. Even them just doesn't take that long. And I think the amount of work, if you just keep that work up, it's one of them, innit? I was always taught when I left school, when I was working, it was like, I was a butcher, and one of the lads used to say, clean as you go. And it is just do it as you go, you know. If you let jobs pile up, them jobs take ages, and that's where you end up not loving the hobby. Because then maintenance day, if maintenance day is 4 hours of hard slog and dealing with sludge, it's not fun, is it? And that's when you end up falling out of love with the hobby, I reckon. I kind of, on my maintenance, so I do the CO2 in the morning, do the CO2 tank in the morning, water change, do the water change before the CO2 goes in there. I don't really do any water changes on the shrimp tank. Every now and again, just a top up. And then in the afternoon, I do the bigger tanks on stream. I'm not sure which one it is, Jax. I've seen MJ kind of. It was like I say, it was just like a clear canister that they pump, pretty much that he pumps it into there, and it kind of dissolves in there before it goes out. But I'm pretty sure there's like plastic filter media in there just to help it dissolve. But it's definitely the way forward, isn't it? I take it that system doesn't use as much CO2, Jax, is it? Is that right? Again, it's the initial outlay. But once you've done the initial outlay and you're saving money, happy days. It's definitely something I'll introduce in some more, though. I think this will be the next tank, but in time. Everything's in time, innit? It's like when I cleaned the diffuser with bleach, which was a bit of an experience. Because when people are saying, "Oh, you dip things in bleach in your tank," you think, "No way." But I did watch a George Farmer video, and he did his diffuser in bleach. So if you just dip it in like a bleach solution for a few minutes, and then keep it in water dechlorinator for a few more minutes. I did it for about 20 minutes in the dechlorinator just to make sure, but it helps loads. All right, so it doesn't save you money on CO2 then, Jax. No, I thought it would. I thought it just like you wouldn't use as much. Oscars, when I first started, I used the Tropica Bio Mix. That's what I think, if I remember rightly, it was. I'd seen him on Amazon, was selling him on Amazon for like half price, and I thought, you know what, I'll give him a go. And I used the first mix, and I was that impressed just doing it with that through the first mix. I've still got 2 mixes left that I didn't use because I just went kind of like full on CO2. Noticed a massive difference. But Jax is my mentor now. He doesn't know it yet, but he's my CO2 tank mentor. The bio load, it was bio thing. Just one sec, mate. I'll get one out. So this is what got me into the CO2. So I used it's the Tropica System Bio. So what you do, you kind of you get that screw lid, pipe. Obviously, that leads off to a diffuser, and you add that into the bottle. I think you add warm water, shake, and connect it to your tank. And within about 30 minutes, it's just sugar and yeast to take it, and it starts producing CO2 for you. The only problem that I could see with that is it pumps CO2 into the tank 24 hours a day. There's no real way of you can't stop it, can you? Because it's so to me, you kind of waste a lot of CO2 with that. If there's a way of being able to maybe contain it in a way, but you can't. So Stephen P is your mentor. Sridhar, thanks for joining us, mate. Hope you're well. It's just basics, mate. It's how they make bread and that, isn't it? At the end of the day, it is just producing CO2. But yeah, like I say, there's no way of stopping it getting pumped in there at night. So it's kind of waste carbon dioxide. Sridhar, many different ways, mate. You can put carbon in your filter to clear it, but carbon will remove everything out of your water. So if you like fertilizing and medicines and things like that, it'll take that out as well. I use filter floss a lot in my filters. The last thing that my water goes through before it goes back into the tank is filter floss. How you doing, Todd? Good evening, buddy. Hope you are well. Hope you've had a good weekend. Do you pump it in 24/7, Jack? Mine turns off. Like mine, my CO2 comes on about, I think it's about an hour before the lights come on, and it goes off 2 hours before the lights go off. He does a plant live on Mondays. Okay, I'll check that out, Oscars. You know what, Todd? I didn't actually, mate. No, I'm gonna let me find my pencil, mate, because I need to write some things down. And I normally have a little notepad to write things down, and I didn't. But I will check them out, Todd. I've been a bit of a mad one, mate. Because when I came off stream on Saturday, there was a company that had offered me a sponsorship kind of deal. So it's been a bit of a mad few days, mate. So yeah, I will check them out, Todd, next when I come off today. Yeah, it's just been a bit of a mad one, mate. The channel's kind of like got a bit of good news for the channel on Saturday when I came off stream, like I say. So I love it, Oscars. I filter floss and everything. It just polishes the water. It's a great thing. To be honest, I prefer filter floss than like I've used Purigen. I didn't think Purigen really did anything for me, to be perfectly honest. I didn't notice any difference in my tanks when I introduced Purigen. But filter floss though keeps that water clean as. It's definitely a nice little tip. Sridhar, how do you breed Denison barbs? It's something I've never done, mate, but Jax may be able to point me in the right direction there, mate, because Jax is quite knowledgeable on the old breeding of fish. Too expensive to use regularly. Yeah, mate, this is it. Steve, Robbie Reagan, how you doing, mate? Hope you're having you've had a good weekend, buddy. Recharging it, I know. Recharging it, it's that thing again, isn't it? It's bleach. Just using bleach in your aquarium is like, it just freaks me out. It took me ages to kind of even think about using bleach on my CO2 diffuser. And I'd watch videos and everything. It was like, nah, it's safe. And I was like, nah. And then the first time I did it was when I was rescaping. When I rescaped the CO2 tank on the video, you'll actually see at the side of the tank, there's a glass, and my CO2 diffuser's running CO2 into the glass. So I kept it in bleach solution for about 5 minutes, and then it was in water dechlorinator for about 8 hours. And I was still like, when I pulled it out, I was like, I had a good sniff of it to make sure I couldn't smell bleach. And I did, to be honest, in all fairness, it was all right. But I overdosed on the dechlorinator as well, just to be like proper safe. But yeah, it's It's a little bit scary using bleach in your tank. Good, Rob. Good, Steve. Nice, mate. Nice. Oh, it's been a heavy day at work. It was quite hard since they have a big tank and skag, so false spots. There you go. Where is it now? Where are you? Oh, is he being a bit of a fool? I'm not sure. Sri, anyway, that's how you do it, mate. Jax is like well knowledgeable on breeding, all kinds of stuff, mate. So explore with you, Dan. Thank you for joining us this evening. Hope you were well. I don't use any chemical products to clean, only hot water. Yeah, I don't think I don't really use any chemical products to clean my tanks, mate. I clean the glass with non-stick scouring pads. Don't really use, the only chemicals I use are like, I do use liquid CO2 and I do use fertilizers. And when you need chemicals for medicines, does anyone actually pre-medicate? Does anyone like use wormer? I've just seen recently a lot of people say they use like a wormer once a month, whether they need it or not. Do you actually do that? Something I've never really done, to be perfectly honest. But how many people frequently just put a dewormer in just to help out? You can see the lights are dying on us, guys. The lights are dying. I do it in my cats once a year, not the fish. I know it's weird. Someone asked me actually on the last stream whether you kind of like use dewormers and do I use like parasite treatment, whether you need it or not, just to treat the water. Don't really see the point, but I take it as a thing. Cheers, Todd. Hopefully we'll see you soon, buddy. I will check those out, mate, when I come off stream today. Sadly, you've got to go back to work, though, mate. But enjoy your day, mate, and we'll speak soon. Take care, buddy. I think we are going to call it a day, guys, because the lights are dying on us. And I look at my eyes and I just think, I look like I'm falling asleep, don't I? I don't look half as awake as what I did when I started the stream 2 hours ago, anyway. I will check them out, Todd. Good evening, buddy. Have a good one, mate. Yeah. So wild fish definitely deworm. It's just something I say something someone has said. Cheers, guys. I am going to call it a day, guys. I'm pretty tired. We will be back on Wednesday evening at 8 o'clock. In the meantime, if you can check out any of the videos on my channel, that'd be absolutely brilliant. Thanks for everyone that's been in tonight. Jay, Donny, everybody, Jax. Thanks everybody for the jobs that they do for us. Really appreciate it. Take care, guys. Keep safe for the next few days. Hopefully we'll see you on Wednesday. Take care, guys. Love you all. Bye now.